This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start here on WKYT. It is so good to see you this morning. I'm Andrea Walker.
And I'm Bill Bryant, back after a little break. Make my own fall break, right? Here we are. It's Wednesday, hump day, everybody, October 12th.
Let's get to the news. Now at 6, a Lexington police officer narrowly avoids being run over while responding to an overnight call.
Also, Samsung has ended production of the Galaxy Note 7, and now they're taking even more precautions for customers returning the issue-plagued phone.
And from football to baseball, and now miracle worker? Coming up, see how Tim Tebow jumped into action to help a sick fan.
All right, we'll have that and a whole lot more coming up. I had the luck of a weatherman here with the last couple of days off. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Glad we're friends.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you did. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All the credit to you.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good outside early this morning. It's actually not as cold as it has been the past couple of mornings. There have been some spots a little bit chilly outside. London, Corbin area, Frankfurt, we're there in the 40s. But other than that, most of us are there in the low to mid 50s. So we're walking outside. It's not too chilly. By the afternoon, 76 degrees, a fantastic day. It's going to be much like past couple of days. They're pretty much carbon copies of each other. But then we go overnight and into tomorrow morning. You see at 8 a.m., there's some rain in the forecast. Here comes a front that's really going to change our forecast. And I'll show you that and what you can expect when the rain arrives, really hour by hour forecast coming up.
All right, we'll see you shortly. There's a lot happening early in the news. Lexington police are looking for 2 people after an officer was nearly run over.
It started with a call from the Econo Lodge on 8th and Boonesboro Road near I-75. When police got there, they say they found 2 people in a car who didn't want to cooperate. WKYT's Lauren Miner is there live right now to explain what happened.
Good morning, Andrea. As you said, police are still looking for the 2 suspects who took off in a car after being approached by police outside here of Econo Lodge. Officers were called out to the hotel for a disorderly conduct call. They say a man and a woman were outside running around yelling at each other. When officers arrived, they found the 2 sitting inside a vehicle close to the room where the commotion was taking place. Police tell us when they approached the car, the man and woman inside refused to talk, put the car in reverse, and then took off. One officer had to jump out of the way to avoid being hit. Thankfully, that officer is okay. Police tell us the car took off going southbound on 75 towards Madison County. They are looking for a 2003 white Dodge Stratus. They did manage to get a partial plate number, which is 092. Now, thankfully, again, that officer is safe, and KSP and Lexington police are asking to give them a call if you do see the vehicle that we just described. Reporting in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
All right, Lauren, thank you, and we'll keep you updated on that search this morning for the suspects. Well, Samsung is now taking extra precautions for U.S. customers returning those fire-prone Galaxy Note 7s.
It comes just a day after the tech company decided to end all production of the smartphone. Michelle Chamberlain is at our WKYT Alert Desk with details.
Yeah, it's the latest update on the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Now, the company is asking customers to mail the replacement phone back in a fireproof box. Samsung is offering prepaid shipping fireproof boxes for owners of the phones. Now, these phones have been reported to overheat and catch fire. The company announcing yesterday that it's discontinuing the device following recalling all the phones. Just this past weekend, a Nicholasville man told us his Galaxy Note 7 made him sick. He said the phone started smoking and he eventually threw up from that smoke. Now, the man said he ended up going to the hospital where he was diagnosed with acute bronchitis. This is just one of 2 reports of the phone catching fire in Kentucky and one of several throughout the country. Samsung and federal regulators advise that you immediately turn off your Galaxy Note 7 phone and return it. The company says it is offering customers a refund or an exchange for other Samsung products. Andrea?
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. Now to a really interesting story. A Lexington man was able to use a garden hose to help keep a fire from spreading in a home.
Yeah, the fire started last night at a home on Shropshire Avenue, that's off East Loudon Avenue. A neighbor was the first to see the fire. He called 911, and the man living in the home grabbed a hose and started using it until crews got there. Firefighters say his quick thinking did pay off.
Typically, we don't recommend people trying to attack a fire themselves, but that's because we don't want there to ever be a delay in our response, and we don't want people to be exposing themselves to undue danger.
Again, in this case, it did work out. The official cause of the fire is still under investigation, but firefighters think it may have started with a water heater that malfunctioned. A Madison County man accused of stalking a woman is now in jail. Berea police say Dennis Thompson broke into his ex-girlfriend's house. They say the victim had an emergency protective order out against him. Police say Thompson had been living in a wooded area near the victim's home. He is facing multiple charges, including burglary, assault, and stalking.
Right now, police are looking for an inmate who they say never returned to jail after receiving a court-ordered pass. Jail officials say Isaac Moody received a 2-week furlough from the Fayette County Detention Center. He was supposed to return to the jail yesterday morning, but he never showed up. Police have issued an arrest warrant for Moody, charging him with escape. A grand jury has indicted a woman nearly a year after her brother was killed in a Scott County crash. Patricia Burton now faces several charges, including manslaughter. Last October, police say she crashed into another car on Highway 227. Burton's brother, Paul Burton, died after the crash. She is charged and scheduled to be arraigned, early next month.
Our time this morning is 6:06 on WKYT, and police are hoping that surveillance video will help them catch the man who robbed a Lexington business. Now take a look at these pictures. Police say this man walked into Check Advance on Richmond Road and pulled out a gun. The man demanded money and did get away with some cash.
Police need your help finding a missing woman in northern Kentucky. Falmouth police say Sarah Strunk hasn't been seen since Friday. They say she walked away from the Clubhouse Adult Daycare program in Pendleton County. Police say Strunk has a red and black tattoo of a girl and hearts on her left shoulder.
Well, investigators say a suspected scam in Laurel County turned out to be harmless. There were some concerns, though, before this was all figured out. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office received reports of 5 people approaching elderly people and saying that they needed to take a picture of them and to see their identification, want to know how old they were. Well, there were concerns that it might have been a scam, but deputies say that's not the case. They say a church's youth group had been taking part in a scavenger hunt. One of the requirements was to find a person at least 80 years old and take their picture.
That's kind of a funny story.
It kind of is, you know.
Yeah.
But it all ends well, and you can
go.
understand the concerns for a while.
Sure. Well, an iconic statue outside the Kentucky Horse Park is getting a touch-up.
The statue of the famed horse, Man o' War, is more than 70 years old. So Horse Park officials say it has deteriorated over the years. They have hired a company now to restore it. The statue will get a new copper coating. It will be coming up at the end of this month. Officials say they're still raising money to restore the panels that surround the statue. But there's no more horse more iconic than Man o' War.
So
right?
true, and never won the Derby.
Right. A little trivia question I got you with earlier.
I know,
right?
you got me. I knew that.
Right.
Gosh.
All right, fun story. 6:08 our time on WKYT. We have some beautiful weather to enjoy once again today. Meteorologist Micah Harris is tracking that in our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, it really is nice outside early this morning. We're holding on to the 40s and 50s. Here's the deal. Only a couple locations there in the 40s this morning. Most of us are actually in the 50s. It's not a bad start to the day. Let's look over toward Moorhead and Rowan County. That's the 801 corridor, the 801 overpass over I-64. That's the 133 exit, Sharkey Farmers exit. So it's looking pretty good in that location. Not hearing of any issues there in Frankfort, but it is a bit chilly as you're getting up and heading out and about, getting those kids out to the bus stop. Maybe a light sweater once again in that area. And that goes for Laurel County too. Jessamine County out for fall break, and it's looking pretty good for you guys once again. It's 76 degrees later on this afternoon. So things are looking good. They're feeling good. But let me tell you this. We go overnight and into tomorrow morning. Check out what's going on tomorrow morning. Here comes a rain chance in the forecast. It's not a good chance, but it's there. Let's talk about the temperatures first because we get through your day. Start off in the 50s and we'll finish off there in the low to mid 60s. I mean, it's really not going to change that much from morning to afternoon. So we'll hold on to the mid to upper 60s there as we travel off toward the next couple of days. And look for a couple of showers there in the forecast, especially on Thursday. I would say tomorrow it's more of morning hours. Once it gets into the afternoon, it fades away. I'd say I-75 and westbound is your best bet too. So Lexington, Richmond, Georgetown, go west, and that's your best bet. Still about 40% in that area. Then we head towards your Friday. Friday, there is a chance of rain. A couple of showers possible, but I still don't see a washout by any means there for any Friday night football games, nor any lightning as of right now. So hopefully we'll hold on to that. We had several pictures there on my Twitter page. This is Twitter pick of the day, Micah Harris WX. It's from Kim Gnarly 2012. That's Kim Jones sent this one in. Beautiful sunset over Cumberland, Lake Cumberland, and that's down there in Somerset. How cool a shot is that? Really, really good looking shot. We're going to get in through the rest of your day and be right around 76 degrees. Now, there are some big events coming up. We've got Oktoberfest kicking off Friday through the weekend in Harrodsburg. Don't forget about the corn mazes around here. Don't forget about the haunted houses. If you're heading out there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, let me tell you this is going to be much cooler. It'll be a bit chilly standing in that line as that sun does set. But there will also be a rain chance. Now, it's relatively small, but it's still there, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot going on as we head towards your weekend.
Yeah, court days over there in Mount Sterling.
A lot happening.
It's
So
going to
things
be
are looking
big.
pretty good.
All right, thank you very much, Micah. 6:10 our time right now.
And each morning we bring you weather and traffic together.
Let's go out to Officer Don and check on what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. We just checked Tates Creek Road. A little debris in the roadway on the inner loop of Manowar approaching Tates Creek should be cleared before too long. Other than that, it's pretty quiet on the south side. Let's get a look outside. Overall traffic view this morning. No major issues on Nicholasville Road. Also coming in from Frankfort. Georgetown on 75 still looks good. No problems there. Drive times holding our own with no major delays so far. We'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. And there's a live look at New Circle in Georgetown. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, the city's coming to life this morning, so folks are heading on out. Be careful as you travel this morning and enjoy your Wednesday.
That's
it's going to
right.
be another nice one, huh? More news coming up on WKYT. Great to have you along with us. We have a lot more to tell you about.
Still to come, her kidnapping sparked an Amber Alert across several states. Coming up, a look at 4-year-old girl's emotional return with her family.
Also this morning, how a famous working clown is feeling the impacts of all these creepy clown sightings that have been going on across the country. That story and more on WKYT this morning.
Welcome back into WKYT this morning. The time now is 6:15 on your Wednesday. Well, a missing 4-year-old Florida girl is back home after being found safe in Tennessee. 2 days ago, she was kidnapped.
Oh, what an emotional story this was, and what concern there was. The little girl's disappearance sparked a major Amber Alert. The man accused of taking her is in custody this morning. Brian Webb has the heartwarming reunion with her family.
Hugs and kisses showered on little Rebecca Lewis, back with her family after a 48-hour multi-state search.
Thank you, bring me home.
A nurse at a Memphis hospital spotted the little girl and her alleged abductor in the hospital's parking lot, recognized her from an Amber Alert, and called police.
And I'm just focused on that little girl to try to get the details of her outfit, her face.
Police believe Lewis was taken by a former family friend, but haven't said why. The 31-year-old, who had his name legally changed to West Wild Hogs, had lived with the family until he allegedly threatened them with a gun more than 2 years ago.
I went from anger to love to hate, back to love.
Tennessee authorities are being criticized for delaying the Amber Alert in their state. It was issued only after the two were seen by a park ranger on Sunday.
We escalated our situation based upon the information that was available to us at the time.
While law enforcement tries to complete the investigation, Rebecca's family will try to put their lives back together.
Tell him bye-bye, we're going home. Bye-bye, I'm going home.
Brian Webb for CBS News.
Glad it all ended well. Well, by Monday, 5 states in the southeast, including Kentucky, had issued an Amber Alert for Rebecca. Lots of concern on that day. Well, just 4 weeks now until the election. A lot of folks are ready for one way or the other, right?
Ready for it.
Donald Trump is now sharpening his attacks against Hillary Clinton and critics within his own party.
Speaking in Florida, the Republican nominee called Clinton a, quote, vessel of corrupt global establishment, hours after calling House Speaker Paul Ryan weak and ineffective. The Democratic nominee continues to be dogged by leaked emails published by WikiLeaks. One of those released yesterday reportedly shows the interim DNC chair giving Clinton's campaign advance notice on CNN town hall questions. Well, about 9,000 people have been ordered to evacuate Greenville, North Carolina, as the Tar River is expected to crest today. The state has picked up record amounts of rain from Hurricane Matthew. Meanwhile, the U.S. death toll from the major storm has climbed to 34, with more than half of them in North Carolina. And another system, Hurricane Nicole, is expected to approach Bermuda tonight. Nicole strengthened into a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean yesterday after swirling in the region as a tropical storm. Bermuda was last hit by a hurricane almost 2 years ago.
Time this morning is 6:18 on WKYT, and Comcast is facing a government fine of $2.3 million. The FCC says the cable company charged customers for services they never ordered, like premium channels and extra cable boxes. Comcast says the problems came from what it called, quote, isolated errors and customer confusion, and that there was no intentional mischarging. A new tax on sodas and sports drinks could lower the risk of obesity and diseases like diabetes. That's according to the World Health Organization. It wants countries to put a 20% tax on sugary drinks to cut consumption by the same amount. The soft drink industry calls the recommendation discriminatory. Also this morning, Ronald McDonald's is making fewer appearances these days. It turns out McDonald's says it is being thoughtful by lowering the profile of its mascot right now. It comes after a wave of reports of creepy clown sightings all across the country. Some children say people dressed up as clowns tried to lure them into the woods, and these reports have come in from throughout the Southeast in particular.
Poor old Ronald is suffering the consequences of this foolishness, isn't he?
But you know, it sounds like a good move on the part of the company, at least for now.
I agree. Well, WKYT this morning, we are just getting started. Still to come, Tim Tebow didn't do much from the plate during his minor league debut, but he certainly made up for it after the game by helping a sick fan. See how he did it coming up.
Not much going on this morning, and don't expect anything toward the afternoon in terms of rainfall. However, we will get in on the mix on your Thursday and maybe off towards your weekend. I'll have that coming up next.
Good morning and welcome back in to WKYT this morning. The time now is 6:23. Police are looking for two people who they say nearly ran over a Lexington officer.
Yeah, this happened a couple of hours ago, and that's what's trending at this hour. Police went to the Econo Lodge on 8th and Boonesboro Road for a disturbance, and when they approached two people in a car, they say the couple sped off, nearly hitting an officer. Police are right now looking for a 2003 white Dodge Stratus.
And this just into our newsroom. A house fire in Menifee County has a road shut down this morning. The fire is west of Frenchburg off US 460. Dispatchers say the man living in the home woke up and saw flames. He was the only person inside and was able to get out. 460 is shut down in both directions near Dog Trot Road.
Samsung says it is sending fireproof boxes to Galaxy Note 7 customers here in the U.S. The company is also offering prepaid shipping. Samsung wants customers to return the phones that are prone to overheating and catching fire, as we've seen cases of even here in Kentucky. All right, a quick check of our weather forecast. Another beautiful day on the way ahead of changes.
Yeah, it's really nice outside this morning. I know some spots, there are a couple of spots there in the 40s, but for the most part, we're actually in the low to mid 50s. Actually not a bad start to the day. It's getting in toward the afternoon. We're sitting there. Keeneland kicks back off later on this afternoon. Remember, off on Monday and Tuesdays, but Wednesdays pick back up with racing. 76 degrees later on today. It's a really nice day. If you're one of those guys who wears these suits out to Keeneland, it might be a little bit warm later on this afternoon, but for the most part, a really pleasant day with the clouds overhead. Nice little breeze too. The focus of the forecast, though, the rain chances slide in here or there for tomorrow and maybe through your weekend. For some of us, not all of us, got Big Blue Madness going on Friday. I'll show you what that looks like for us as we're heading off into the game or just heading out and about for the weekend. That's coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in just a little bit with that full forecast. 6:25 is our time.
And like many of us, you're probably kind of over the whole creepy clown thing, but that hasn't stopped the growing number of sightings.
Keeps happening, doesn't it? The latest sightings to make headlines is out of Detroit, where a driver captured disturbing video of this creepy clown hanging off the back of a city bus. Commuters were understandably perplexed, and so was the Detroit Department of Transportation. The video was handed over to police, who are now investigating the bizarre bozo stowaway there on the back of the bus.
Goodness.
Well.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Go away, clowns.
Go away.
All right, a frightening wake-up for families in a Chicago suburb. Firefighters say a gas explosion leveled a home there. This is what the scene looked like overnight. Several neighbors told the Chicago Tribune it sounded like a bomb went off. Others compared it to an earthquake.
Police evacuated several blocks around the destroyed home so they could fight the fire. Investigators say 2 gas company workers were injured, one of them critically. No one was in the building, thankfully, when it exploded.
And despite a not so impressive minor league baseball debut, Tim Tebow is going viral for a post-game act of kindness.
I think everybody agrees he's a good guy. The former Florida Gator quarterback was signing autographs when a fan started having a seizure. Tebow rushed to the man's side and began praying for him until medics arrived. Shortly after receiving treatment, the man came to and thanked Tebow as he was taken to the hospital.
All right, stepped right in.
He did.
Good to have you with us on WKYT this morning. All of our top stories are on the way. In just a moment, we have a lot more here.
When WKYT returns, you may not know it, but in Lexington, homeowners are in charge of taking care of trees planted by the curb. So if yours is dying, there's a good chance, and we know the reason why.
A report on that coming up at about 6:35, and tonight's Powerball jackpot is $107 million. Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $15 million. We're glad you're waking up the Kentucky way here on WKYT.